Welcome back to my channel, everybody. I am here with my Please don't laugh, okay? Okay, wait till my red face goes away, just a minute.
Okay.
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I am here with my husband, Trevor.
Hi.
So we are here to answer your questions. I asked you guys on Facebook and Instagram what you wanted to know about us. It could be about me, about Trevor, about our family, anything like that. So here we go.
I thought all the questions were going to be about the coronavirus.
Are you joking?
No, I thought that's what the video was going to be.
No, we don't know anything about the coronavirus.
Well, like how it's affecting us. Okay, we're ready to answer personal questions.
Yeah, these are going to be personal. Are you ready? Okay, let's start. Okay, a lot of people said they wanted to know more about you because I feel like they kind of have seen me a little bit, but not a ton of you. Ooh, this is a good one. What's your favorite thing about having three so close together?
What's my favorite thing?
Yeah, we'll both answer
Okay.
if it's not directed.
I love that Brooklyn and Caden like to wrestle at the same time, like they're about the same size.
Mm-hmm.
So I like that I can have both of them on my back and crawl around, and like they both eat dinner together, and they like trade a lot of the same things. So that's pretty easy actually. From like a logistics standpoint, it's easier to have them share car seats and bath time, and they're in the bunk bed. Like there's a lot of things that like we just kind of batch.
Yeah, that's how I would answer it pretty much, that they're in the same stage of life. You're in diaper mode at the same time, you are in diaper bag mode. In some ways it's like triple the same thing happening, so it's like triple the poop, triple the craziness, but then again you're already in that mode. You're already preparing finger foods, like those types of things.
It's really nice that they like the same books too, like you sit down and read a book, they both have interest in it.
True. Yeah.
So.
I really like that. Yeah, that's good. Okay, what did you both study in college? I'll go first.
Sure.
So I studied photography. I was technically an art major, but then my electives and things were around photography specifically. I ended up just getting my associates in that, but then I also minored in music, sort of to have like the presence of music and like developing that in my life, but not necessarily as a career. When I do go back to school, which hopefully is probably when our kids are in school full time, I want to study music and hopefully pursue that as a career, maybe as a choir director or something like that. So that's what I studied.
Nice. I studied pre-medicine. I bounced around a lot looking for the right degree. It would kind of set me up to go to medical school. That was my plan at the time. I looked at biology, exercise physiology, and ended up with public health. It's what I graduated in. I ended up taking a lot of classes towards medicine, so a lot of science classes and prerequisites for medical school.
Top things you argue about.
Go for it.
Honestly, it's probably little things. Like, little things. Oh, I know how to answer this. Like, it's usually misinterpretation of what either of us have said. So, yeah, a lot of times when we end up breaking down like what we were arguing about, we actually had like the same opinion, or at least the same desire. We just use different words, I feel like. Sometimes it goes down, don't you think?
Yeah. Or not just different words, but different forms of communication.
Oh, yeah.
Like non-verbal communication is one, like we misinterpret each other's communications.
Yeah, that's
whether
a big
it be
one.
words, text, or like non-verbal is really big for me.
Oh, a big one with that is assuming what the other is thinking. And I think this is a big one for like any couple, honestly. We assume what their thoughts are about us or what they're thinking in response to us. But really, that's why it's important to like put things actually into words and trust someone's word versus, like you said, the nonverbal communication. Most favorite date you've been on since marriage and kids? Oh, I know. I'll go first.
Okay.
The one that first came to mind was my birthday. We went to Wild Waves. Yeah, Wild Waves, and it was on Halloween or Halloween week, and we just went to we went on the amusement park rides, and we dressed up because you were supposed to wear your costume, so we dressed up in like 80s attire. I specifically actually remember the car ride. Like, it was really fun. We just talked and listened to music. I think we probably hadn't been on a date for a while, so it just felt really good, and we had like a good amount of time together.
Yeah.
So
there was a ton of traffic
on
on I-5, so we ended up going like this kind of back way, so like a scenic route. And we stopped.
It was beautiful.
Yeah, we stopped at like some random diner for dinner and a random gas station and stuff. So
yeah, I forgot about that.
That was kind of fun.
And it was in the fall, which is like the greatest in the Pacific Northwest. So okay, yeah, what's yours?
Mine was actually my birthday, which is funny. But Katie actually rented me a Tesla Model S for my birthday.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so
I could have picked that one too.
Yeah, it's my dream car. It's super fun, super fast, just unbelievable. Like, just crazy. She rented that for me on Turo. We picked it up. We didn't do anything crazy. I mean, we drove it around downtown Portland.
Like up in Skyline.
Yeah, we got something to eat, and then we took it up kind of on some curvy, hilly roads and saw some views. Yeah, it was just really fun. I really liked it.
I want to do that again soon. Maybe for our anniversary coming up. What's the hardest thing about parenthood? You can answer first.
Well, our kids are toddlers and like a baby. So just to give you some background. Right now, the hardest thing for me is probably the messes, like the potty accidents, which seem to be fairly frequent. Really, I mean,
could be a lot worse.
It could, yeah. And I love our kids right now. I love the stage they're in.
The messes, for sure, right now. And I even thought it was hard like a year ago, but right now, because we have a 3-year-old, a 2-year-old, so it feels like 2 toddlers in the thick of toddlerhood and then a baby. I would say the messes, the clutter, and just the liquid messes, all that kind of stuff. Oh, probably right now too, I do feel a little bit homebound. I'm an outside person. Like, I love to go out, I love to miss our home. Like, I love to come back to our home. Being homebound a little bit more with 3 so young is really hard for me, the cabin fever. Okay, what is Trevor planning to do with school or a job?
Great
big
question.
One.
Lots of people ask me this one. It's kind of a fluid concept right now.
Yeah.
That's what I'd like to say. I've pretty much decided against medical school at this point. I know I talked about that. Was my undergraduate education was pre-medicine. It could be, after starting family and kind of weighing all the options and looking at where we are financially.
And even like your interests.
Right. I don't doubt my ability to go to medical school or to be successful in that. I just want to be able to balance my time with my family, also the financial piece of going deeper into debt is kind of daunting. I've been working in the medical field for 3 years. I've kind of had a good hold on lots of different positions in the medical field. Ultimately, I've always wanted to work in the sports industry with athletes. I grew up playing sports, and I always wanted to get into medicine to kind of roundabout work with athletes and help them to perform at their best. If they're injured, get back out on the field and kind of always have that stay healthy and stay active mentality. So I think I can get a lot of my passion in another career field without having to go severely into debt, and then also be a little bit in more control of my time, not have to be studying so much in medical school. So
that's great.
Oh, currently I work in clinical research at Providence. I work mostly with stroke and epilepsy clinical trials. So I'm helping get new medications or new medical devices through the steps required in order to be passed by the FDA and be put on the market.
It's a good stepping stone right now with the stage our family's at and stuff. Like, you have good hours, good benefits, things like that. So that's been a blessing, but we definitely want to find like what you really want to do.
Definitely.
How did you two meet? How many kids do y'all want? That's from Nina. Cute.
We met at college, actually. I knew one of Katie's roommates, and I saw her moving in her boxes from her car, like start of a new semester, and I ran over and started helping her move her boxes in. Katie was there that day. I remember she had on a backwards baseball cap and yoga pants. And,
College.
Yeah, I was like, whoa, who's that? And,
I do remember introducing myself, like
Yeah,
going up to you
yeah.
and just, hey, you know.
Yeah, so instead of just moving boxes and then getting out of there, I kind of lingered and sat on the couch for a while and baited the trap, I guess.
But we were friends at first, which I really love. So we were just good friends for a while, had similar mutual friends, and then our group just kind of started to get smaller and smaller, and then pretty soon it was like just us by the end of the night every time we hung out, and then went from there. We could talk about that forever, but oh yeah, and how many kids do we want?
3.
3. That's a good answer, yeah. So I get this question a ton, obviously with having Irish twins, Brooklyn and Caden, and then Riley. They're all 3, 3 and under. So yeah, we'll
We feel
probably
good about
stick with 3. We feel good about it, and we both initially wanted a big family, but I think that was obviously we thought they'd be farther apart, 2 to 3 years apart. I think it's important to take one at a time and just reevaluate. Do we feel good? You've always said, what's that quote of like,
Oh, like only have as many kids as you can parent well.
yeah, you want to be able to parent them well and be able to take care of yourself too, so that you can be a really good parent to your kids. For us, 3 might be that number. Not 100%, but 99%.
That's where we are right now.
That's pretty much how we feel. What would it be like if you 2 traded places for a day?
I'd be fine.
I wouldn't. I would not be fine. I'd come right back on home because I have no idea. Even the language and terminology in research, like I couldn't do any of that. You'd probably be great though.
No,
Here.
you would be absolutely fine. Like if you started where I was and got the training I got, like you would be absolutely fine. When I stay home with the kids, I have in the past, and I plan to, you know, occasionally when Katie will go away for the weekend or something, it's just me home with kids for several days. We survive, for sure. I don't get as much done.
I don't know.
No, I don't. All the kids survive and they're happy and they're well fed and they're clean, and you know, they get baths and fresh clothes and that kind of stuff, but I probably don't get to as much laundry.
I mean, I'm here every day, all day, so I have time to like become more efficient and like master that art a little bit more. And you obviously do, but I spend hours every day doing it, whereas when you come home, like we're a team, I feel like we both do our thing, but I would not survive doing it. Okay. Secret hacks that get you through the day, parenting or not.
There's lots of things that get me through the day, but I do like to think of the future and like next steps. I feel like if you get bogged down with your day-to-day tasks in life, you can feel kind of stuck. What's something I can do today? Those things kind of energize me and get me through the day if I think, you know what, I contacted someone that could help me towards my future. What gets you through the day?
Have a reset at lunch and then a reset at nighttime, like once they're in bed. I don't worry about the clutter too much unless it's really important. I just let the mess happen, let them play, and then when they go down for their nap or around lunchtime, I do a reset, and then again when they're asleep at night. Ooh, how do you deal with disagreements? We're still figuring this out. I feel like it's a lifelong thing. It's kind of hard.
We try to explain or tell the story from our perspective, like this is what I was feeling, or this is what I was seeing, this is what I had planned or what was expecting, and this is why I reacted this way because, you know.
Yes, that's huge.
Just kind of explaining it from my perspective, and then I feel like when I hear your perspective, it opens my eyes to, oh, okay, you were operating under those conditions, so I understand. I
would say for the most part, you and I don't really fight or argue or disagree and just like butt heads, like just fight and attack each other. Like I don't really feel that with you ever, but it might be I'm thinking things in my mind and trying to like take it all in and how to respond. So we might just go for a time not being as connected to each other, if that makes sense at all. I mean, we are pretty blessed that we have a lot in common and that can help, but of course there's gonna be disagreements. It's inevitable. If there weren't disagreements, that would be an issue. Somebody's not talking, you know, or somebody's not being real. That's kind of how I feel. How often do you and Trevor go on getaways with no kids?
Often enough.
Yeah, that's a good answer. This is something actually really important to me. I know some people will go like years without doing that, like without going on vacation without their kids, but I am not one of those people. I feel like it's so important for us to be, well, for you to be a person, for us to be a couple, and then to be a family. So I think it's important to have all those things, because then you feel refueled, renewed when you come back.
Once every few months would probably be good. We haven't had a night like that since Riley was born, I think.
Yeah.
But I guess, you know, that doesn't really count. But other than that, I don't remember the last time. It was just me and you.
But we do have some plans in the works, hopefully, this year. Being a stay-at-home mom, what do you do to take care of yourself? I feel like I'm still trying to find the balance myself, like what I need, how much time a day I need on my own, how much time do I need outside of the house, like all these things that can help with self-care. I will say that health and fitness is up there. Did someone wake up? Short break to feed the baby? And we're back. Slight intermission.
Thanks, Katie.
Favorite affordable date night? Hi, Bricky. Did you have a good nap? Okay, affordable date night. I would probably say...
We're socially isolated. That's why it was so awkward.
How would you answer this?
We haven't gone on tons of dates.
Yeah,
recently.
in general, we need to get better at date night.
Yeah, something for us. We have done this before. I know it's been a long time, but we just jumped on the train, the Max, and went downtown, hit some food carts down there, and just kind of walked around. Had time to talk, try some interesting food, and that was a fun experience.
And we're lucky because we live close to family, so we can trade babysitting, like with my sister, or my parents will watch them, your parents sometimes. When we were dating, and we would go get hot chocolate from the gas station. So I feel like it's more about what company you have versus what you're actually doing. Oh yeah, do you remember though when we played that game in the car where the passenger would close their eyes and, not the driver, the passenger, and they'd say left or right, like at each stop, and then you end up somewhere random. That was fun, we should do that again.
Yeah.
In our minivan.
I like Minnie Mouse.
Oh, favorite quirks about one another.
She has a lot to choose from.
I really do, I'm trying to think. I just love how sweet you are with the kids. I mean, I don't know if that's a quirk necessarily. Absolutely love that. You come home, the kids always run to you, and I just love that.
I appreciate Katie's unfailing optimism. Sometimes I just need to see the bright side of things, and I can always turn to Katie for that. She never fails to see the good in people, or like how good and an outcome can be.
Thanks, babe.
Appreciate that. Yeah.
How much screen time do you allow the kids to have? I can answer this one. So I actually did quite a bit of research on screen time in children and like kind of the effect it can have. It is pretty direct with behavior. I can notice when our kids have a lot of screen time, it's like within the next hour you can tell that they don't behave near the same way. For our well-being, I stick to maybe an hour a week, more or less, it depends. And I try to make it purposeful, either as a family or, you know, as a tool. Like if I really need to get stuff done, I'll plan that out. But I try not try to not have it as like a crutch or something that I just always go to. Biggest pet peeves the other person does.
Want me to answer?
Yeah, go ahead.
Mama.
I can take it.
My biggest pet peeve recently has been when you form an argument just to see it from the other side. Like, you really don't have that opinion, but if we're talking about something and I have either formed an opinion or have read like reputable resources on the topic, then you will just start arguing the other side just for the sake of seeing it from the other side. It's not your opinion, and it's not something that's like based on anything except maybe you read some articles from some other people's opinions.
Okay, I'll tell you mine. I'll just go into it. So my biggest pet peeve of yours is probably when you take a long time to answer anything I ask, or you don't answer at all, I'd probably say. And I understand that a lot of times we're interrupted, or you are trying to seriously think about your answer, but most of the time it's kind of like I'll ask a question and then nothing happens all the time. I love you though. So we'll just finish up with the last one. What is the most rewarding part of marriage? I would probably say knowing that somebody is committed to you and has unconditional love toward you. That's a pretty amazing thing.
Good one. There's a lot of good things we could talk about. Probably knowing that I have a built-in support system with you and with the kids. Just knowing that no matter what happens, no matter what direction we go or what challenges come our way, I'll always have you as my support group.
Having somebody to build your life with you. You're going through hard things together, but you're also going through the incredible, amazing triumphs together.
I think also having someone that you trust completely is also amazing. When I'm at work and Katie's home with the kids, like, I know that she is taking excellent care of them and I don't have to worry about the kids or what is going on at home. Like, your loyalty, 100% trust.
Yeah. Okay guys, there is the Q&A. Thank you for watching, and if you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. Nice, good job, Kate, give it to her. If you haven't subscribed already, go ahead and subscribe. If you like this kind of video, please let me know in the comments down below, and we'll probably do it again. It was kind of fun.
Yeah, we have
Did
a
you
lot
like
more
it?
questions we can answer.
Yeah, there are just endless questions and endless answers, honestly. Hopefully we didn't bore you too much with our lives. We'll see you in the next vlog.
Bye.
Bye.
If you haven't already, please hit subscribe. You have to catch every video.
It's harder than you think.
It is. 3, 2, 1. I think it should be a little more upbeat. Something right now.
Okay, lipstick.
Nope.
Oh, I just breathed in my hair. Thanks everybody for watching our
I was making a
Q&A.
funny face. I was like moving my nose. Sorry.
Okay.